So my mom sent me this photograph of me as a kid. Like she was going through her old photos and found this photo and she sent it to me and I'm going to put it up right here just to embarrass myself a little bit and show you what I look like in what fifth or sixth grade. But she sent me this photo and I found myself just staring at it, just staring at that little boy in that photo and just, realizing that that little kid is me. And then starting to remember the life that little kid had and the freedom and the joy and the curiosity and the wonderment and awe about life and the ability, especially during summer break from school, to get on bicycles and just roam the neighborhood freely with friends, to go have sleepovers at friends' houses and stay up all night and play video games, and going out on boat days with my family where we just spend all day on the water, where we water ski and kneeboard and eat great food. Remember New York seltzers and that salad that grandmas make with top ramen? And I'm just, all these memories just started coming back and just realizing, like, what lessons could I learn from that little guy on life today? And I had this realization just about freedom and the freedom that we often lose as we grow into adults, where we feel like we can't get on our bicycles and go see our friends at a moment's notice because there's a responsibility, there's something we have to do, there's something we need to accomplish, or expectations we have to meet. And that's all true. It's part of growing up and being an adult. But also just that feeling of wonderment and awe and looking at the world with possibility and what am I going to be when I grow up and who am I going to be? And when you're a kid, that's kind of just this esoteric feeling, something that, what am I going to be when I grow up? And it can be anything. For me, it was an NFL player, especially at that age. I was like, I am definitely going to play in the NFL at that age, or when I'm grown up. And clearly, that didn't pan out for me. But you just have these moments. Like when I was, my son was, I don't know, he was probably 6 or 7 years old. And I had a friend come over and visit me, and we're catching up in the entryway of the house just as she arrived, and she looks down at my son. And at the time, I was working in marketing for a big outdoor company, and she looked at my son and she said, "Oh, do you want to grow up and be in marketing like your dad?" And he just looked up at her and he's like, "Why would I want to do that?" Man, that never ever left me. It's like, yeah, why would any kid aspire to do the job I'm doing? It was one of those moments that changed the direction of my life. And it didn't happen right away, but I just knew that the me in that picture, the little boy me, would not be thrilled with me having a corporate marketing job and working in a cubicle every day. Like that's not the goal. That's not the wonderment and awe outcome of growing up. And that hit me really, really hard and has really put me on the path to where I am today. I do have to say that I have that freedom, but it also has come at the cost of consistent employment because, that's not something that's in my life. I work for myself as a photographer and I'm always exploring to see what I might want to do next. But at least I have that freedom. And then as I'm thinking about this and I'm looking at that little boy in that picture and just remembering and kind of talking to him and just saying, like, hey, are you cool with this? Like, are you cool with what you grew into? And I had this moment where it's like, what if there's a future me out there right now looking at a photo of the current me and having that same conversation? How would that manifest in my life? Maybe it's imagination. Maybe it's the ability to visualize the future you want. Maybe that visualization is the memory of your future self. I don't know. That's crazy. But it just really got me thinking about who I became and if the young child me would be proud of that. And then where am I going to go from here? And will the future me be proud of that? And I think the answer to all of that is to be yourself and to do good things. That's going to create the frequency that we want in our lives, to be ourselves and to do good things. And what is that? What is doing a good thing? It could be anything. Right now it could be taking the trash out. It could be buying sandwiches for homeless people on the corner. Who knows? I mean, the list goes on and on and on about what doing good means. But I think the more we do that, the more we're going to align with that frequency of goodness. And we're going to pull more of that into our current lives and bring it into the future that will make us happy and that'll make our past selves proud of who we became. So is that little guy proud of who I became? I think he would look at my life now and be like, what? This isn't what I imagined at all. And that's fair. I mean, and I wonder, how about you? How about you? When you look at your younger self, if that little kid was to look at your life right now, would there be happiness? Would there be disappointment? Would there be like, why would I want to do that type of moment? Sure struck home for me, and it sure did make me want to make my past self and my future self proud by doing good and being as true to myself as I possibly can. And for me, that means a lot of things, and I don't have to share all those on camera right now, but I know what it means to be myself. I know who I am, and I know what I want to create for myself. So I hope you do too, and I hope that you'll take the time to go do some good things. Come back and let me know what those good things were, and then go do another good thing. I think we soak in that energy after doing good things. The more and more you're going to feel like yourself, and the more good things are going to come to you, and the more good things that you're going to do. What do you think? Am I crazy? I just think looking at past pictures of ourselves and really talking to those people, that person, that little child, and reassuring him or her that everything is going to be okay. And then just maybe hoping that our future self is doing the same thing for us right now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.